Hello everyone, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Keisha and today I'm going to be starting my Suns Out, Books Out Readathon vlog. So the great thing about Suns Out, Books Out is it doesn't matter what time of year it is where you are. It doesn't matter if it's summer or winter or if it's raining or sunny, because you can quite literally make your own sunshine. And it has been a little bit of rainy weather this week and I know it's going to keep coming. I'm actually starting this vlog a little bit early just to make sure I get through the books that I want to read for my TBR. And honestly, I don't even really know what my TBR is. So I do have a pile of possibilities here. I will go through that in just a second. But just in case you're new here and maybe you haven't heard about Suns Out, Books Out. Suns Out, Books Out is a readathon that I'm co-hosting with Liv from Liv's Library, Elizabeth from Ponytails and Paperbacks, and Mackenzie from The Literary Lane. So all of us have gotten together and created this summer readathon. We did this for the first time last year and brought it back again this year. There are 3 different reading prompts and 3 different photo prompts for this readathon. We are also going to be doing reading sprints on Liv's channel. At this point, all of this will have passed, but just so you know, that's kind of the gist of it. It's just a summer readathon, which like I said, even if it's not summer where you are, you can always bring the sunshine, you can bring the summer, and some days you have to do that because it might just be rainy out. So really quickly, I'm gonna go through my options for the readathon. So first of all, we do have our buddy read. This is a group buddy read that we will discuss in Discord. This is a young adult romance that is great for fans of Taylor Swift because there are Taylor Swift references throughout this. This is a really beautiful cover, but this is a book that is about Meredith Fox, and she lost her sister Claire 18 months ago, and she shut everyone out. But this summer, she's determined to join the world again. The annual family vacation to Martha's Vineyard seems like the perfect place to reconnect. Her entire extended family is gathering for a big summer wedding, and although Meredith is dateless after being unexpectedly dumped, she's excited to participate in the traditional Fox family game of Assassin that will take place during the week of wedding festivities. Claire always loved the game, and Meredith is determined to honor her legacy. But when Meredith forms an alliance with the cute groomsmen, she finds herself getting distracted. Meredith tries to focus on the game and win it for her sister, but she can't help falling for him. And as the week progresses, she realizes she's not only at risk of losing the game, but also her heart. So I've never read any of K.L. Walther's books before. I don't read a lot of young adult romance. I do like that they can be clean, but I'm a little bit picky because I don't want to read a lot of angst. It just depends on how it's done. But I've heard good things about this one. Our co-host Elizabeth has actually already read this one and really enjoyed it. So this will be a reread for her. And because she loved it so much, I feel like there's a good chance that I will too. It seems like there is potentially some family drama. There's going to be some heavier topics and grief dealt with, as well as a romance. So I'm excited for that one. This will be a definite read. So one of the prompts for our readathon is to read a book with water on the cover. Another is to read a beach read, and another is to read a book that gives you nostalgic summer vibes. So any of these I feel like could basically fit those. I'm not going to go through which one each could fit, but I think you'll be able to recognize it just from looking. But Murder on Cape Cod by Maddie Day is the first book in the Cozy Capers book group mystery series. I have really been loving some cozy mysteries. There are some that stick out more than others, like the Buried in a Good Book series, but I've really been interested in this one. It follows a bike shop owner and her book club, and they are trying to find a crafty killer. I'm very excited for this one. Then I have a few graphic novels. I have Shark Summer by Ira Marks, which is a young adult graphic novel that follows these teens that are trying to film and find out like this history of this town and these like sharks. Blockbuster movies, Secret Histories, and Evil Sharks. After this summer, you'll never go in the water again. That's your steal of it. Then I have Surfside Girls, The Secret of Danger Point by Kim Dwinell. This is I feel like this is going to be nostalgic just like this will be because that looks like Jaws. But this one looks very nostalgic just because I used to watch a lot of like surfer girl movies as a kid. And this one follows 2 friends who are trying to uncover the secret of their town. And also, I think it might be a little bit paranormal. So I'm excited for that. And then I have Song of the Sea by it's based on the film by Tom Moore. It's adapted by Samuel Satin. So this is based on a movie that I have not seen. I may watch it, but I may not. Like, I don't really know. We'll see depending on this, but I believe it's set in, I'm going to get it wrong, Scotland, Ireland. Somebody's going to get mad that I can't remember the difference between like what this is for those, but I wish I could remember. I feel like it's Scotland, but I could be wrong. Anyways, I'm excited to dive into this. I don't know a lot about it. I think it's got a little bit of a magical twist, and it says it's a lush story about a family adrift after loss and the magical adventure that brings them back from the depths. So very excited for that one. And then last but not least, I have my favorite author, Sally Hepworth, her book, The Soulmate, that I still haven't gotten to yet, but I plan to this month, whether it's for Suns Out Books Out or not. So this may be one that I read and it may not. We'll see. But these are kind of like all of my options. So I'm not really sure which ones for sure I'm going to get to or not. I feel like I could definitely get to all of these graphic novels. And then obviously I'm going to get to our buddy read, but I'm not really sure about The Soulmate or Murder on Cape Cod. It just kind of depends. But anyways, that is going to be kind of my tentative plan for the weekend. So I am starting a little bit early so I can hopefully get more books read. And I'm not always good at reading a lot over a weekend. I also have a baby shower to go to this weekend, so I'm just trying to make the most of this. I'm very excited, so let's go ahead and get started. I am currently on reading sprints on Jesse's channel with Jesse, Summer, and Zoe, and I am getting started with my TBR for Suns Out Books Out. And I'm going to be she is so cute. I'm going to be reading this is a weird angle, The Summer of Broken Rules by, still focusing on my face, this new camera. Now it's focusing on Joey. Hold on. Okay, maybe this will work a little bit better. I just have to like kind of be at a weird angle, but so I'm going to start with this book. Is it going to focus? The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther, which is our group buddy read. It is too many pages long. It's 354 pages. I like my romances about 100 and like maybe not 100, 50 to 100 pages shorter than this, but this is a young adult summer romance. I'm excited for it, and I wanted to show you guys my bookmark. Look at the bookmark I'm using. Okay, stop focusing on me, camera. Thank you. Okay, so this is a Taylor Swift Lover bookmark that I got from a blind date with a book. So now would be a great time to tell you guys that I was planning a secret vlog. I was going to do a Taylor Swift vlog, and I had these really, really cute, if I still have the pictures, I'll pop it up here. But I got these really, really cute blind date with the books, one for Lover and one for Reputation. And I didn't like either of the books, and I really didn't want to force myself to read them. And yeah, I also got a sweatshirt, which you guys will probably have seen by now because I put it in this picture for my outfit and current read picture because I took that today too. I'm just getting all of my content ready early because I felt inspired today. But yeah, this is one of the bookmarks that was made. Let me see if I can do this. Nope, don't focus on me. There we go. That's better. Y'all, me and this camera. But yeah, so this is the bookmark, and it's so pretty, and it's cloth, and I love it. Lover and Reputation are two of my favorite Taylor albums. So I'm going to be using that since this book has like Taylor vibes. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and hopefully I will enjoy this one. So I'll keep you guys updated.
I don't want to stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low.
Hello, I am really tired. I ended up making it 75 pages into The Summer of Broken Rules. I don't really have any thoughts so far. I think that the general population is going to like this book. I could see this book getting like no less than 3 stars from people, so 3, 4, or 5 stars. I know that I've been like really hypercritical of books lately, so I'm trying to tread lightly on everything. I'm definitely not invested yet in this book. Like it's easy to keep track of. There are a lot of characters, but it's not like a super big deal. I'm not loving the game of Assassin that they're playing. I think I might like, I know this is like a romance that has
more to it. And I think I might like a little bit more straightforward romance where you get into like the nitty gritty of that versus like the extra stuff. And I know this is like dealing with the grief of like the main character lost her sister, and like her family and her are grieving that. There's also just some things in here that I don't just love reading in my books. I'm not going to go into details about that, but so it's fine. Like, I don't hate it. I'm not going to DNF it or anything like that. Right now, if I had to predict a rating, I would say it probably end up being a 3. So I will let y'all know as I continue reading. This is a chunky boy. So we'll see. But yeah, I did manage to get, I probably could have read 100 pages, but I got kind of tired of reading it at one point, and I was like, I'm just going to put it down. So 75 pages in. I will check in the next time I have an update.
Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe. Striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night. This summer night.
Hello, I just got home from work and I wanted to give a little bit of an update. So I have been diamond painting while I listen to the audiobook for The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. And this is our buddy read, obviously, or our group read. I have made it 126 pages in, which is about, I don't know if you could see, it's going to focus on me, maybe a third of the way through the book. And that's as far as I'm going to go. I don't think there are like inherently any problems with this book. I think that I'm just not vibing with it. I'm not really interested in the story or the characters, and I'm just kind of finding myself bored and not really interested in listening to this or picking it back up. So because of that, I am going to DNF this one, which is really unfortunate. Sometimes when I DNF books, if I get like halfway through or a little over halfway through, then I will count it as read. But typically I do not count books that I DNF as read unless I read a significant amount of pages. 126 pages is a lot. It could be a novella, but I just don't feel like I accomplished enough in this book to consider it read. But I will be unhauling this one because I'm just not super interested, which is really unfortunate. Last year I did not do a Suns Out Books Out reading vlog. I did do a little reel for it and everything, but I ended up, I don't know if you guys would remember or not, but I did end up DNFing our group read then too. It was The Counselors by, who was that, Jessica Goodman. And it was a young adult thriller, which I found that I don't really like a lot of. And this was, I think this is categorized as a YA romance. Yeah. But to me, it's more of a YA contemporary. And honestly, YA books in general are really hit or miss for me. So I think I probably would have fared a little bit better with an adult novel, but you never know. So I am going to DNF that one. I'm not really sure what I'm going to pick up next, but I will let you guys know. I do have reading sprints on my channel tonight. My friend Ashley and Summer are going to be joining me. So I think I might diamond paint a little bit either before or during that, but I don't really know of an audiobook that I want to listen to right now. I do have a couple of options for books to read next, but I think I might actually read a graphic novel tonight too. So I will definitely keep you all posted.
Sleeping in the back of a van, roaming in the wilderness. We never need a plan. We'll be alright, just you and I.
I am currently on Suns Out, Books Out, reading sprints on Liv's channel. And I am reading Murder on Cape Cod by Maddie Day, and I really like this one. I'm only about 25 pages in so far, but I'm really enjoying it. So if you don't remember from earlier in the video what this one's about, essentially there is a bike shop owner named Mackenzie, and she stumbles upon this body, this dead body, And now she and her cozy mystery book club are trying to uncover what happened. This is set in Cape Cod. Let me see if it'll focus on the book. There we go. I really like the cover of this one, and I'm really enjoying the writing so far. So hopefully this will be a good one for me, because I haven't really enjoyed well, I won't say that. I didn't enjoy the buddy read or the group read, and then I did enjoy Surfside Girls, but it's only a 3, even though it was a high 3. So I'm really hoping this will be like a 4 or 5 star for me. So stay tuned and we shall see.
Dancing by the lakeside, gonna do it while we're young. In a moment it will all be gone. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night.
Hello, I finished my diamond painting last night. That was my first one, and I've really been enjoying doing that. It's been very like calming and relaxing while I've had like some random stuff going on in my life. So that has been super nice, but I wanted to give you guys a book update too. So I am probably like halfway through, or maybe like a little less than halfway through, Murder on Cape Cod. And I started listening to the audiobook for this one while I was doing my diamond painting, and I think I'm going to continue doing that. So probably listen to the rest of this today and do another diamond painting. I do have a couple more. So I actually had a couple friends send me some, so I'll show you what I've got. So this one I'm going to have to like take out. Hold on. Okay, so first my friend Elizabeth sent me these ones to make bookmarks, and it's still in the wrapping, so it's like probably kind of hard to see. And it's not gonna focus. There we go, maybe. This one is like a little dachshund, and it comes with all the stuff you can make each one. And then this one, it'll focus, is a little French bulldog. And then I'm not really sure what this one is, some kind of puppy. And this is so hard to focus, but that's that one. So I got those to try out. Hopefully those will work out good. So I may work on one of those actually, like the dachshund one. But then I also got this design. Okay, all right, are we gonna focus? There we go, maybe. This little design right here, the Adobe Moon 2. I got this, it's from Diamond Art Club, and my friend Zoe sent this to me, which was a complete surprise, and honestly like just kind of shocked me and made my day. So yeah, I've got those two that I can that I can work on. But I think I might try to do one of the bookmarks and see how that goes. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna do that and listen to the rest of this audiobook. And then I also am gonna read a couple graphic novels. I'm not really sure which ones yet. Well, at least one. I'll at least read one, because I think I'll have the prompts filled if I do that. So I will keep y'all posted on what I get read and everything, but I am still enjoying this one. I think it's probably like trending on a 4-star right now, so that's what I'm gonna say. I don't yet know if I'll continue in the series, but I am liking the book and I'm glad that I'm reading it. So I will keep you guys posted, but right now I'm going to my brother and sister-in-law's baby shower. So I've got to go do that for a little while, and then I'll come back and read and give you guys an update.
Someday we will look back, and our hearts will be whole again. I want to remember all that happened to us, 'cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night.
All right, I just finished 2 graphic novels real quick. So the first one I want to talk about is Song of the Sea by Samuel Satin. This was adapted from the film by Tom Moore. And sorry, this is probably a little close. This is about this family who, like, so this is a brother, sister, and their dog. The mom was a Selkie, and she had to leave them in order to save her daughter because Selkies, like, kind of belong to the sea. And there's just, like, this adventure with the daughter and the son, and it's just really sweet and magical. I love the illustration style, the art style in this. It is so beautiful, and it definitely helped, like, really bring the story to life. And I even found myself tearing up a little bit at the end. I don't know if I'll ever watch the movie, but I am really glad that I read the story. I thought it was really, really good, way better than I thought. That it was, well, not that I didn't think it was going to be good, but I just thought maybe a 3 or 4 star, but I actually ended up giving this one 5 stars. So I really enjoyed that story. It is a middle grade graphic novel. I would highly recommend it. And the second one that I read is Sea Siren, a Trot and Cat and Bill adventure by Amy Chu and Janet K. Lee. This one came recommended by Zoe from Zoe Delaney here on YouTube. She read this one, I believe, a few months back for the Let's Get Graphic Readathon. And I really enjoyed this one. The art style is not my favorite. I like the actual paint style of it, but the actual drawings and art style I don't love as much. It's a little bit more hard lines versus soft lines and stuff like that. But I did think this was a very interesting and unique story. I did enjoy my read of it, so I'm giving this one 3 stars. And now, as long as I finish Murder on Cape Cod, I will finish. Well, I think I can either way. Like, I could count it finished with the graphic novels, but if I finish Murder on Cape Cod, I'm going to say my Suns Out Books Out TBR is done. So I think what I'm going to do is work on a small diamond painting project while I listen to Murder on Cape Cod, and then I will wrap up the vlog probably either later tonight or tomorrow morning. It is time to wrap up Suns Out Books Out. I am driving, so I'm not going to be able to hold up all the books that I read, but I did finish Murder on Cape Cod, and I have decided to give that one 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed my read of that one. I'm so glad that I read it. I'm really loving trying different cozy mysteries, and this was a great one for summer. It's set on, obviously, Cape Cod. I love the little town. There's like a taffy shop and a bookshop and a bakery and a bike shop, of course, which is where our main character finds the murder victim. And it's just such a good story. I think that the reason I'm giving it 3.5 stars as opposed to 4 or 5 is because and I know this seems like kind of unfair, but I really enjoyed Buried in a Good Book by Tamara Berry, and I feel like that series is my ideal cozy mystery series. So I feel like I'm almost comparing every cozy I read to that, and I know that's really not fair because everybody's different. But for me personally, I'm looking for more cozies like that writing style and with those twists and with, like, I don't know, like the characters that I just can't get enough of. And like this one, I really liked the characters, but I don't really feel led to continue in the series, if that makes sense. Like, I'm just not as interested in continuing on in this series. But I do highly recommend it. If you enjoy cozy mysteries and you haven't picked up Murder on Cape Cod, I think you might enjoy it. So definitely check it out. It is a summery cozy, so this is the perfect time of year to pick it up. And then other than that, for the readathon, we'll start off with the letdown, which was the group read. So I read The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther, and I got about 126 or 28, I can't remember. I got like 8 chapters into the book, and I realized that I overall just wasn't enjoying the story. It's not that it was a bad story, I just wasn't really interested in the characters or the game of assassin that they were playing. I know it was also exploring grief in the story, and for me, like, maybe it'll hit harder in the end, and maybe it did, like, but I just wasn't ready to wait around for it to hit harder than what it was already hitting. And so a lot of that was just like me kind of just being like, I didn't want to pick the story up. I didn't really care what happened. Like, I just wasn't invested, if that makes sense. So I ended up DNFing Seaside Girls, which I ended up giving 3 stars. I thought that was really cute. I loved the artwork, and the coloration and everything. And I did love the story, but I kind of just like, it was definitely like a younger audience graphic novel, but it was cute. Like, I do think it was really good. I would recommend checking it out. Like, it's like a high 3. And then the next graphic novel that I read was Song of the Sea, which was my favorite book that I read this Suns Out Books Out. It was such a cute graphic novel. I gave it 5 stars. It is based in Irish folklore, and it tells the story of a Selkie and her family, and oh my goodness, it was just so magical and whimsical and adorable. There is a movie that this is based on. I haven't seen the movie. I don't know if I'll watch the movie, but I really enjoyed consuming the story in graphic novel format, so I would definitely recommend checking that one out. And then the last graphic novel and the last book that I read for the Readathon is, now I've already forgotten what it was. Oh, it was Sea Sirens. And I did enjoy Sea Sirens. The art style is not my favorite. It's more like hard, harsh lines. I did like the coloration. I thought that, for what it was, the artwork was beautiful. It's just not my preferred. Like, I like the soft lines, more subtle, like whimsical stuff, and this was more like hard lines, comic book style. But the story was good. I did enjoy it. I gave it 3 stars as well, so I would recommend checking that one out. And that is what I read. That's all I read for Suns Out Books Out. I had a really good time. I think the highlight for me was definitely the reel that I shared on Friday, because I just been looking forward to that. I'd had that idea brewing in my head about because it was raining so many days, and I'm like, well, what if it rains on the Readathon? Because I know how the weather is and stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Like, what if I was like getting excited to go out, and do something, and then I found out it was raining, and I was like, you can make your own sunshine. And I was like, oh, that's such a good idea. And then I didn't even know what song I was going to use with it. And then one day I just thought, like, perfect day, like, it just was in my head. And it reminds me of Legally Blonde too, which is an even better, like, reason to use the song, because when Elle Woods is getting ready to go off, like, to school, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is it. This is the whole thing. This is a vibe. And I loved that reel so much. If you missed it, definitely go over to my Instagram and check it out. I'm literally just like so proud of that video. I really enjoyed filming it, and I love the idea of, sometimes life has rainstorms, whether that's physical rainstorms or like metaphorical rainstorms. Sometimes life has rainstorms, and sometimes we have to create our own sunshine. So I love that. So I'm going to leave you with that. Just remember that today. No matter where you are, no matter what the weather's like, physical or metaphorical, you can create your own sunshine. And if anything else, if you feel like you're not up to creating your own sunshine that day, just know that you can lean into the Lord. Know that God gives you peace that passes understanding. Know that He can give you a joy that is insurmountable. And I pray that over all of you today, that no matter where you are when you're watching this, that you just feel the presence of the Lord and you feel His peace and His joy today. And I will leave you all with that. Thank you all so much, and thank you to my co-host for hosting this Suns Out Books Out with me. Thank you all for participating. It was such an amazing time. We enjoyed it so much. I hope you had some amazing reads, and I will see you in